Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the latest on the war in Ukraine and the investigation into the missile that landed in neighboring Poland, killing 2 people. President Biden held an emergency meeting of world leaders overnight. We're going to be live on the scene there in Poland, tracking the latest. And preparing for the holiday travel crush, the TSA administrator joining us with what to expect and what the agency is doing to handle the busy season and security. We're going to have those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
Thank you, Ginger. It's 5:57 and still 42 degrees, cold out there. Postpartum depression, a serious condition that can infect the entire family. Ahead in our next half hour of GMSA, some of the telltale signs of what you can do for treatment. We still have a lot coming up on GMSA. Stephen Cavazos is going to check on the roads for us as you get ready to head out the door or school. And Mike will have our full forecast, especially with that front coming in later this weekend. Uvalde Police Department saying goodbye to their police chief by the end of this week, while the mayor of Uvalde says a phone call between the police chief and dispatchers on May 24th is the reason for his departure.
The Bexar County Commissioner's Court passing a resolution in favor of abortion rights, what that means and what could come next just ahead.
Taking a look outside with live cam, 42 degrees at 6 a.m. Another chilly start to our day. And guess what? We have another cold front on the way this weekend. Mike will tell us about that in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 16th.
Happy Wednesday, hump day. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. Another chilly start, Steph.
Yes.
Yesterday, you said you were upset because you laid out the clothes for Rooney, your daughter.
Yes.
Leggings. And she didn't put the leggings on.
She didn't put them on because she felt okay inside. So, I'll just wear shorts under my uniform and not the leggings my mom put out.
I'm wearing leggings as an adult inside the building.
I know. So I put another note there and I'm going to call her before school and remind her.
Leggings
again.
was underlined. Yes. Double underlined.
Wear your leggings.
Where was Luis at this time?
He was like, well, she didn't want to wear them. I'm like, oh.
I ain't getting in on that one. So anyway, yes, leggings, jacket, sweatshirt,
all the
sweater,
layers,
whatever the case may be, is a pretty good idea this morning. It is definitely chilly out there. Temperatures are roughly 10 degrees below normal. We've got some clouds hanging around here as well right now. So that's what has kept us actually up a few notches from where we were at this time yesterday. 42 here in town, 41 Bulverde, upper 30s, mid upper 30s in portions of the hill country. And there's a hint of a wind chill out there. So yes, those leggings are really going to come in handy, especially for kids waiting at the bus stop. Feels like 34 at Bernie Stage, 37 Helotes, as well as at the airport, and 36s Port SA, Stinson, as well as Converse. Yeah, it is. It doesn't take much with these cold temperatures to get those wind chills down there a few degrees. Mold and juniper are both on the low side. The updated pollen count is going to be coming out in about an hour and a half. So we will bottom out another couple of degrees here and there. Not going to drop all that much, just given the fact that we do have that cloud cover out there. Then we are going to see a little bit more sunshine as we go into noon, and later on this afternoon, we'll call it partly cloudy skies, mixture of sunshine and clouds out there. 56 for high temperature today. So we'll still be 15 degrees below normal. We are going to be staying on the cool side throughout the rest of the week. Excuse me. Then we do have, as Sarah alluded to, another front moving on through here, and that's going to get us even colder by the weekend with some rain around here. What about going into Thanksgiving week? Details on that. We'll take a sneak peek look ahead down the road in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, been kind of quiet. What's going on?
It's been pretty decent, Mike. As we are now in the 6 a.m. hour, it's going to change, but that's always expected. Let's get a quick look around town because thankfully the commute is still pretty quiet there at 1604 at Pat Booker. Maybe a few folks out there this early in the morning, and you know what? It's a perfect time to go grab that cup of coffee. I always say that's probably going to be the only delay or a slowdown that you're going to see in those coffee lines. But right now, it is a pretty smooth drive. 410 north at Ingram, though, it is getting busier out there, and that's expected. Again, it is a 6 a.m. hour, so a lot more folks are waking up and getting their day started and hitting the roadways. Just remember to watch out because we do have a few construction spots that I'll keep the lookout for, but it doesn't look like it's causing any issues for the commute this early right now. I did notice, though, over here along 1604 near Von Ormy, we do have a slight slowdown. I'll have to get a closer look at that, but it does appear that could be over in the southbound lanes there. But again, doesn't look too drastic at this point. Again, I'll get a closer look at that. Call our friends at TransGuide to find out if there's any issues to report. But right now, things have been pretty much in the clear. 29 minutes. If you're traveling in from Seguin, it's still pretty green right now. A little more than half an hour on 87 northbound if you're traveling in from Lavernia. And for our friends down in Floresville, 28 minutes to the Alamo City. So perfect time to take advantage of these empty roadways. But again, be on the lookout for those road closures. I'll have an update on that coming up in the next few minutes. Steph, Sarah?
Stephen, thank you. Happening now in Uvalde, new questions are emerging about the Uvalde County Sheriff's role during Robb Elementary rampage. This comes amidst another shakeup with the police department there.
The mayor says the acting police chief will no longer be with the department by the end of the week. This comes after CNN reported on a phone call between Lieutenant Mariano Vargas and dispatchers the day of the Robb Elementary School shooting, where 21 people were killed. During the call, Vargas was told a student called 911 and said some people were still alive in room 112. Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin said that should have started the ball rolling, but it didn't.
I think if we'd have had all this, and I think if we would have had your video and what we saw and everything we saw last night, I think Mariano would have been gone sooner, in my opinion. Would have been gone.
McLaughlin says every part of the response that day is under scrutiny. Vargas was reelected last week as Uvalde County Commissioner for Precinct 2.
New details this morning surrounding the Balling for Uvalde World Weekend event.
We have told you about the families cutting ties with founder Nathan Baller. Now, Baller, whose legal last name is Cuomo, says the weekend event scheduled for February 4th and 5th will be held at the Uvalde County Fairplex. The director of the Fairplex is disputing, saying the Uvalde County Fairplex has denied Mr. Cuomo's request for use of that venue space, and that seemed to surprise him.
We had all of the deposits and all of the forms signed. Everything's, I don't see why, now anything will be brought up, but I have to follow up and kind of see what's going on there.
Despite the uncertainty in the venue, Baller said that they have sold 4,500 tickets. He says that money is sitting in the Baller Academy bank account as he tries to solidify a relationship with another nonprofit after the Uvalde Volunteer Fire Department cut ties. Bexar County Commissioner's Court is taking a stand against the state's ban on abortion. The court passed a resolution 4-1 in favor of abortion rights. So it recommends limiting local enforcement of the state abortion laws, calling for no county resource to be used to report abortion-related crimes, and asking officials to deprioritize criminal enforcement of such laws. The commissioners joined several other local leaders in taking a stand against the state. The resolution is similar to City Council's that was passed back in July. A new re-elected DA Joe Gonzalez had said he would not prosecute abortion crimes back in June.
We've come before you before. We've had opportunities to meet with you all and express how important and critical it is that this initiative have been included.
Local activist groups in San Antonio want to add abortion decriminalization to the May 2023 ballot. And a statement from Planned Parenthood reads in part, "It will not be enough to shield providers so that they can provide abortion in Texas. Elected officials should, however, do what they can to protect individuals in their locality," end quote.
Right now, over at KSAT.com, a pirate-themed inclusive playground breaking ground this Sunday. It's dedicated to memory of 3-year-old Mitchell Chang, who died in 2018. The free public playground will be located at Classen Stubing Ranch Park at 20202 Hardy Oak Parkway. That's in Stone Oak. This will be San Antonio's first nationally recognized inclusive playground for the city's park system, with inclusive play components designed for children of all abilities. In Jourdanton, police are looking for a man they say may be linked to animal cruelty. An investigation began after 10 dogs were rescued from a property surrounded by trash and debris. Those dogs now on the road to recovery after a Uvalde area rescue group volunteered to take the animals. Right now, police are still looking for the person who kept the dogs in those poor living conditions.
We have a person of interest that we're tracking down who we believe may have been occasionally feeding dogs over there and or bringing dogs over there.
Police Chief Kaiser also says improvements need to be made at that property where the dogs were found. And Police Chief Kaiser says it will cost several $1,000s to remove all of that trash.
A busload of asylum seekers sent by Governor Greg Abbott is expected to arrive in Philadelphia today. Abbott said since Philadelphia's mayor fought hard to get sanctuary city status, it's an ideal place to accept migrants. Philadelphia's mayor says they will be welcomed. So far, Abbott has sent migrants to New York, Chicago, and the nation's capital.
A heart-stopping moment caught on video. A security guard fighting for his life. A man walks into a Buffalo area clinic with an AR-15 rifle. That's when the guard lunges toward the man with the gun and dragged him outside to help of another guard. The man with the gun was arrested and is facing several charges.
Time now 6:09 and it's 42 degrees for now.
Where's the United States pie competition going to be next? Coming up later this morning on GMA. The action moves to Boston. Don't miss any of the live fun. That's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
And just ahead on GMSA, staffing shortages continues to hit businesses hard. After the break, the two big problems surrounding seasonal workers.
42 degrees right now. You're going to need all the layers this morning. And hey, those cooler temps, they stick around. And Mike says another front on the way for this weekend. To let us know all about that when we come back.
And welcome back at 6:13. Staffing shortages have been rampant across the country for over a year now, and inflation is making an impact within the workforce.
A recent survey showed employers either can't find enough seasonal workers or they can't afford them. One store in San Antonio says they are dealing with shortages of employees because they're having to cut down due to their shipping costs rising and other expenses. Finding fewer positions this year was tough. Experts say one of the reasons for that is due to the many job openings giving job seekers more options.
Do they want a temporary seasonal assignment, or do they want to actually, go to a full-time job that actually probably pays benefits?
The store manager of 10,000 Villages says they were lucky to find a new hire to help, but know that other stores may not get as lucky.
New this morning on KSAT.com, experts say you need to make at least $87,000 to afford a typical home in San Antonio. According to a real estate site, Redfin, the average price of a home in October was $325,000. That's up $24,000 from this time last year. And if $87,000 seems high, there's a glimmer of hope. Redfin found people in other major cities have to earn at least $100,000. I don't know if that makes me feel any better.
No.
Like I can't move to escape it, you know?
I think maybe we'll feel better if we look on the roadways. Yeah, and check in with Steven.
Yes, and also, what is a typical home, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it depends.
Yes, it depends. It all varies, but things are looking a little bit better here despite seeing some flashing lights. We talked about the stalled vehicle along US 90 earlier, and you can see it off in the far right shoulder lane. Also, the digital overhead sign also is informing drivers of the issue that is right in front of them. But good news is we do have a TxDOT Hero truck out there, so it does look like the driver is getting some assistance, and hopefully we'll see that wrap up in the next few minutes or so. But traffic along 90 already picking up there. Taking you right to the map. Thankfully, it has been pretty quiet so far for this hump day. No bumps on the road just yet, but we're going to continue to keep a close eye on things throughout the morning. Just take it easy out there. You see a lot of scattered construction that still continues to take place. And this is something to be on the lookout for along I-10 over on the far east side of Bexar County. We have a closure to report that's going to be ongoing throughout up until Saturday at least. It began on Monday, November 14th, and this is overnight, 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning. We know a lot of work typically takes place along I-10 over on the far east side of Bexar County, but this closure will actually impact the westbound lanes of I-10 on the on-ramp up until Loop 1604. So just be on the lookout for that up until Saturday and watch out for crews there, but also watch out for these TxDOT Hero trucks who are working to help this driver out. But better news to report because they are getting some assistance.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome.
And yes, the kids need to bundle up.
Yeah.
My daughter needs to wear her leggings. Listen to Mike.
Yeah, those extra jackets.
Listen to Mike, don't listen to Mom.
Well, this isn't working, so we'll try it.
Don't put that on me.
A lot of responsibility,
Listen to your father.
Mike.
So,
There you go.
all right, outside, as we roll the bus, is the bus going to roll? I don't know. Maybe we missed the bus.
Really?
The bus is cold.
Yeah, the bus is cold.
Yeah, bus is cold. So anyway, take a look at this great picture from yesterday. We had a lot of high-level clouds out there, those high wispy ones, and those are made up of tiny little ice crystals, and so they form this perfect ring. It's basically a rainbow around the sun. They're sometimes called sundogs, something like that, but it's because of those very tiny, and sometimes you can't even see the high clouds out there, but those little almost microscopic, not quite that small, but little tiny ice crystals are up there, and so they form little prisms and form that ring around the sun. Beautiful picture. Thank you very much for that one. All right, we've got some clouds hanging around here, but as you can see, we are seeing a couple of, looks like some stars out there as well, so clouds aren't completely just wall to wall. 42 degrees right now, 37 Boerne Stage, and upper 30s in parts of the hill country. We're up a couple of notches compared to this time yesterday. And again, we do have a slight bit of a wind chill out there. 34 Boerne Stage and 36 both Helotes as well as Converse, and Port SA. 38 is what it feels like at Rio Medina. So going to keep a lot of clouds around this morning, and then we'll see some breaks in the clouds by later on this afternoon, and partly sunny skies out there, partly to mostly sunny at times, and some of those high clouds hanging on in there. Then tomorrow morning, we'll see a few more clouds coming on in here, and a couple of showers are possible. This particular computer model is not really overly bullish or generous as far as any rain is concerned. Just a few scattered showers down to the southeast, perhaps one or two here in town, but I don't think the odds of that are really all that great. And then we'll see a lot more sunshine later on in the afternoon. Jump ahead to Friday. A lot of clouds hanging around here, and we'll see some showers scattered about the area by Friday evening. And then going overnight into Saturday, we'll have some more showers around here. Now, again, this kind of paints things in with a broad brush, but what you can take away from it is the better chance of rain is going to be down here to the southeast, and this is going to be throughout the day on Saturday. It's not going to be raining constantly, but with the cloud cover, with some of the rain out there, also a front moving on through, it's going to stay on the chilly side with temperatures that won't get out of the 40s on Saturday and barely make it out of the 40s on Sunday, and still plenty of clouds hanging around here. Even a couple of more sprinkly showers are possible by Monday of next week. And then looks like we are going to be staying on the cool side up through midweek. Then we'll start to warm up a little bit, getting finally back up to normal temperatures by Thanksgiving as well as the Friday afterwards. 52 degrees, partly sunny skies at noon today, and then mixture of sunshine and clouds later on. 56 for high temperature, a bit of a breeze out there. Then tomorrow we are going to have that small chance for a couple of sprinkly showers in the morning, primarily down to the southeast. Lots of clouds on Friday, and that front comes through here. That keeps us in the upper 40s on Saturday with a few sprinkly light showers out there. A couple of them on Sunday as well. And then another chance of rain, small chance of rain by Wednesday of next week.
But not enough rain.
No, it's nuisance rain at best. I mean, the other day we picked up just shy of 0.2 of an inch out there at the airport, which we'll take, but I mean, it's going to take a ton of rain to make up for what we've lost this year.
Indoor decorations this weekend. Finish your outdoor decorations the next 2 days.
I heard it here first, folks.
Or wait for the week before Christmas.
Not judging Steph at all. 6:20 and 42 degrees.
Our San Antonio Spurs drop another game on their West Coast road trip, this time at the hands of the Trailblazers. But there were some bright spots for the Silver and Black. We're going to have a recap and a look ahead to their game tonight.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the Idaho homicide mystery. Authorities now saying an edged weapon, such as a knife, was used in the crime, and they believe it was an isolated and targeted incident.
The conclusion was fairly straightforward, that this doesn't pertain to any other location or any other individuals in the city. And so within an hour, I believe they knew that and could say, okay, lift the shelter in place order and go about your business, but do the usual things to keep yourself safe.
Overnight, GMA speaking to Kayla Wynn, who saw all 4 victims just hours before their death, saying many students are leaving campus out of fear.
A lot of the students on campus, we all went home yesterday or today just because we don't really feel safe.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll be live from the scene with the very latest. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Our San Antonio Spurs having a rough start to their West Coast road trip. The Silver and Black went into last night's game in Portland, coming off a big loss at Golden State. So the Spurs kept this one much more interesting. Neck and neck with the Blazers for most of the night. Jakob Poeltl led the way for the Silver and Black with a career high of 31 points. Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell also in the double digits, but in the end, Portland had just a little more firepower. The Trail Blazers win, a close one. The final from the Moda Center, Portland 117, San Antonio 110. Spurs have now lost 2 games in a row. So up next, the Spurs head to Sacramento to take on the Kings. It's another West Coast game with a late tip-off at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. We're going to have all those highlights on GMSA if you can't stay up to watch the game.
Let's hope we turn those things around.
Right.
Yeah, the season needs to get a little better. Go
Spurs, Spurs. We have faith in you. Can do it.
Yes, you do. Time now, 6:25 and 42 degrees for now.
Ahead in our next half hour, San Antonio police investigating a couple overnight crashes. We'll take you to the scenes and show you how investigators say they happened.
A quick look at the roads with TransGuide looking over at Highway 90 at 36, where things are moving at this hour. We'll be checking in with our Stephen Cavazos in the next half hour.
Good morning, San Antonio. I'm Jonathan Cotto, and I'm right outside of Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. And let me tell you, the prices for tickets are going up, and it's causing quite the commotion. What viewers are saying coming up.
42 degrees at 6:29 this morning. The sun gently starting to peek over the skyline there. Another chilly start to our day. Mike will have our forecast and when we can expect another cold front to come in.
Good morning, rise and shine. It is Wednesday, November 16th, and yes, it's cold out there. Might be a little tough to get out of bed, so warm coffee, that's our suggestion.
I still have not broken out my heating blanket. I'm a heating blanket girl.
I'm surprised.
And I know I've been so cold. I know I'm not supposed to do this, the space heater. I kind of like I follow it, like wherever I go, I plug it in.
Well, you have to. I mean, you know,
I never
with the old
leave
house.
them. I never leave them on.
Right.
Just be careful putting it around drapes or anything like that, bedding or...
Always unplug it when you leave the room.
Yes, indeed. Electric blanket this weekend. Good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, on the couch as you just stay inside, because it's going to be one of those weekends where you probably just want to stay inside. A lot of clouds out here, a few little thin spots here and there. Obviously, we are looking down toward the south to southwest, and the sun's still about a half an hour from coming over the horizon. 42 degrees right now. Dew point is at 34, so still relatively dry air out there. We've got a breeze out of the northeast at 8 miles per hour, so that 42 feels a bit colder than that. We do have, as you see, some of these clouds hanging around here. We'll see some sunshine mixed in with the clouds later on this afternoon. 39 Helotes, mid upper 30s in the hill country. Subtract 3, 4, 5 degrees off some of these numbers, and that's what it feels like. Bernie Stage and Helotes both feel like 34. 31 is the wind chill. Lost Maples, 37 out there at the airport. So, yep, bundle up. Too bad you can't put a really long extension cord on the electric blanket as you head outside. But anyway, Mole, Juniper, both on the low side. And this morning, plenty of clouds, cold temperatures, and it's not going to warm up all that much. We'll still be 15 degrees below normal later on today. Breezy and, like I said, partly cloudy skies. Then we go into tomorrow. A shower or two is possible, primarily down to the southeast. Then we'll have more sunshine in the afternoon. Still on the chilly side in the afternoon. That's going to be the case all the way through the weekend. As a matter of fact, it's going to be actually colder this weekend with that next front that moves on through here. And a couple of showers around primarily on Saturday, maybe 1 or 2 of them on Sunday. And temperatures We're saying 15 degrees below normal today, even more below normal, 22, maybe 25 below normal by the weekend. We'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, what's going on the road, Stephen?
Well, Saturday sounds like a grilled cheese and a soup kind of day, but we got to make it through today, and thankfully there's not a lot out there on the roadways at this point. 1604 at FM 78. A little bit of a pixelated shot there at 1604 at Braun, but I can tell you it's not too bad right now. We have Medeo Creek. You can see just a few more folks coming at us there on the screen, but Pat Booker over near the northeast side, it is getting a little bit busier now that we've entered into that last half hour of GMSA, but we all know it as morning rush, so a lot more folks are going to be out there. As you can see it right there on TransGuide 410 at San Pedro. The commute is getting going right now, so just drive safe. But we are still in the clear. We are, of course, starting to see those slowdowns there along US 90, far west side, near Loop 1604. And, of course, 281 if you're traveling in south. You will also experience a little bit of a delay, but that's all normal. We tend to see these spots have a little bit more of a buildup than others. But just drive safe. Again, no big deal right now if you're traveling in from 35 as well. We're going to continue to watch roads closely. No issues to report at this point, but again, I'll keep a close eye on things. And as always, make sure that you do the same. Steph, Sarah?
Thank you, Stephen. Right now, we're waiting to learn the name of a man found dead in the street after a deadly crash on the city's east side. The scene unfolding last night on Rigsby Avenue near Loop 410. Police say the man may have been hit by an 18-wheeler. We're told he was found dead in the street. Right now, it's still unclear exactly what happened. And 5 young people are in the hospital this morning after rolling into a ditch in a stolen vehicle. It happened at 35 in Laredo last night around 11 p.m. Police tell us officers were following the stolen car. Then the driver crashed it. They are all expected to be okay.
And trending right now on KSAT.com, a local theme park is seeing a huge drop, and we're not talking about a ride. San Antonio Business Journal reporting that scary drop is in attendance. According to the Journal, over the first 9 months of this year, Six Flags Parks count is down by 5.5 million customers. It's a story that has a lot of people talking and reacting to the story on our website. Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live this morning and walks us through the roller coaster the company is experiencing. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. That's right, a roller coaster indeed, and it's a ride that some shareholders may be getting off of here real soon. Well, that's according to the San Antonio Business Journal, who says the turnstiles here at Six Flags aren't turning, and that's because tickets are probably just too expensive. But that's just one factor. The company's leadership is saying that the removal of free and heavily discounted tickets is also contributing. But here are the numbers. 4 million fewer guests visited Six Flags in the latest quarter than during the same period last year, dropping the company's revenue by 21% to $505 million for the third quarter. Now, the company's net income of $116 million was down 26% from the same 3-month span in 2021. Now, the park may not be getting a lot of traffic, but this story certainly is. The increase in ticket prices at Six Flags causing quite the buzz. On our website, KSAT.com, this viewer says, bring a friend for free days need to make a comeback, and adds, as a gold member, it's very discouraging to have that perk virtually disappear, especially right now during the holidays. And how about this one? Yvonne commenting tickets, parking, and food are way too expensive. And another San Antonio local commenting that Disney ticket prices and everything else keep going up, but so does their attendance and profits. So it's not the price point, it's the Six Flags product. Now, Stephanie, the CEO of International Theme Park Services, which is a management and consulting company, says that this is one of the worst quarters he's seen for a Six Flags, and adds he doesn't know, or there is no rhyme or reason, but according to our viewers' comments, that rhyme or reason is quite simple. The tickets are too expensive. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also new on KSAT.com, a pirate-themed inclusive playground is breaking ground on Sunday. It's dedicated to memory of 3-year-old Mitchell Chang, who died in 2018. The free public playground will be located at Klassen-Stubing Ranch Park at 20,202 Hardy Oak Parkway. That's in Stone Oak. This will be San Antonio's first nationally recognized inclusive playground for the city's park system, with inclusive play components designed for children of all abilities.
Ticketmaster is responding to the delays and crashes on its website. happened after an influx of Swifties crashed the site. Taylor Swift fans flooded the website for tickets to her concert tour. Ticketmaster blamed the issue on, quote, historically unprecedented demand, end quote, saying millions of Swift fans showed up for that pre-sale.
Oh, hi.
Hi. It's catchy.
It's catchy. Don't you love that song? Or that little intro music?
Yeah, it's nice. It's suitable for Hank.
Hank, our Harry KSAT mascot right behind us there. I think that we dubbed him Hank last year, so we're going to probably keep that trend alive.
I think so.
Yes.
So how are we doing?
We're doing really well. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier. We are approaching $9,000, so that's great. As a team, we are doing fantastic. Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, though. Check that out. Mike Osterhage.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got to knock him off that top spot.
Come on, Team Gray Hair.
$1,760. Mark Austin trailing right behind him with $1,205. And I've got to keep up with my GMSA family here. $1,000.
Doing well.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Yeah.
And you know what? Jonathan Gotha, we just saw his beard. Got to give a big shout out to him because that beard is coming in nice. $545. And David Sears, $525. But one of the things I mentioned earlier is that I think out of all the years that I've participated in the last 3, this is probably the most competitive I've seen our team. And it's obviously a friendly competition. We want to knock each other off the top leaderboard there, but it's all for a great cause. As a quick reminder, all the money that we are raising goes back toward cancer research, treatment, and prevention. There are 13 nonprofit organizations that are going to benefit this year, so every dollar that we raise is going toward a bigger cause. And right now our goal is $20,000, but hey, scan that QR code. It's popping up on your screen right now, and that will take you to our ksat.com/no-shave page. There you'll find a link to find out how you can donate to any member of the team or the team as a whole. But just remember, every dollar goes toward a bigger cause, which is helping these cancer patients, which is spreading the word. We talk about it all the time. Our newsroom is not immune to cancer. So this is obviously near and dear to so many of us here at KSAT. And we appreciate all the support that we're getting, especially our GMSA viewers who have opened their hearts and pocketbooks to us this year.
Yeah, all the top 5 men who are on GMSA.
Yeah.
And
I lead.
Yeah, and I challenged the viewers. I think it was David Sears and Koto. And then who was the third one?
RJ was trying to keep up.
Yes, we love
let's get them to 1,000 because the top 3 are at 1,000.
Yes.
Let's get the other GMSA guys to 1,000.
Let's get all our guys to 1,000. I think that's great. Let's challenge our viewers. We have 15 guys that are participating. It is the perfect time to give back, and so many people are going to benefit from this. So yes, let's do it.
Yeah, it's real easy, just to click on the name or the team as a whole if you'd like to do that as well.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
6:39, 41 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, some of the telltale signs of postpartum depression and what can be done to treat it. And welcome back. It is 6:43. Chances are you have heard about postpartum depression, but postpartum anxiety also affects many new parents.
It can have a big impact on families who are trying to bond with their new child. So what are the signs of postpartum anxiety, and are there treatments to help?
ABC's Elizabeth Schulze reports.
As a new mom, Brianna Briscoe says she assumed it was normal to constantly worry about her daughter Frankie.
I held her almost 24/7. Like she was my existence.
More than a year after she was born, Brianna couldn't let Frankie out of her sight.
Physically, it was taking a toll on me. I would not sleep at night. I would just stare at her through the camera in her room.
Her anxiety becoming so severe, she was hospitalized.
I never could have imagined that throwing up and shaking and like nonstop thoughts racing in your head. And I never thought that could be from anxiety ever.
It's very common to have impairing anxiety symptoms in the postpartum. In the United States, it's probably about somewhere between 10 and 20%. So that's a big part of the population.
Dr.
Right?
Lauren Osborne says there are several types of postpartum anxiety disorders, including generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD. She says one telltale sign of GAD is excessive worrying. Other symptoms can include nausea, muscle tension, or difficulty sleeping.
If the symptoms that you're having impair your ability to function, meaning your ability to take care of yourself, your ability to take care of the baby, your ability to have relationships with other people or perform your work, that's when it's impairing. That's when it becomes on the level of a disorder.
For some new parents, generalized anxiety disorder might not surface for weeks or even months until after their baby is born. Treatments can include behavioral therapy or antidepressants.
People have a lot of concern about not wanting to take medications, but it simply isn't true that you can't take medications and breastfeed.
Brianna says medication helped her breathe a sigh of relief.
Within 2 days, I felt normal. Well, my normal. I could think again, and I wanted to go out and do things, and it was just like a completely different person.
To learn more about postpartum anxiety or depression, don't hesitate to reach out to your own doctor. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
646, 41 degrees. We're going to check in with Stephen.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad, at least in this camera, Stephen.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty normal right now. Steph, Sarah, as we get a look at 1604 at Braun, just be on the lookout. Light slowdown is what we're seeing out there, but traffic is moving pretty smoothly in some of those lanes. I'm not seeing any crashes that are reported from TxDOT just yet, but that could probably change in the next 10 minutes or so. What we are talking about, of course, are those slowdowns that you can expect to see at this point. Same spots, as I mentioned earlier in this half hour. We have that slowdown along US 90 East, 410 if you are over near the east side, as well as I-35 southbound approaching 1604 from Live Oak. So all is pretty much normal out there, but just be on the lookout. As a quick reminder, we do have some road work, paving work that is continuing to take place along FM 725 in Guadalupe County. That did begin on Monday, should wrap on Friday according to TxDOT, but it's going to take place in the morning, so around 8 a.m. is when the work will continue. Again, just watch out for those crews because that's going to be taking place throughout the entire day. You can expect to see single lane closures in both directions from Lake Creek Drive to Grove Lane, but you know where to find that information, ksat.com/traffic. Scroll to the bottom of the screen, but I'll keep a close eye on this light slowdown there, but that's usually expected at this point.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Along with a jacket and a sweatshirt and a sweater, a hat's always a good idea. Keep your head warm.
Yes, especially this weekend, I understand.
Yeah, and case in point, take a look at this one.
Aww.
I knew it.
Wow.
How cute.
My beanie weenie Oliver.
Oliver, what is a great name.
Does he look happy with that hat on?
Well, yeah, because he's warm. That's my guess.
He's smoldering, is what it is.
Trying to raise some money.
He's trying, yes.
The beanie weenie smolder. Okay. Thank you, Cavazos, for that one. Yeah. So scan that QR code and send in some of those KSAT Connect pictures. So is that a new thing we're going to do now? Is having pet pictures with smolders? The pet smolder. Okay. We've got a lot of clouds hanging around here right now. No real breaks at all. Temperatures are definitely chilly out there. 30s, 40s, up a degree or two compared to this time yesterday. And of course, we've been talking about the wind chill that's out there. Not a huge wind, but enough to shave off 4, 5, 6 degrees off the temperature. So it just kind of, sneaks down the back of your neck a little bit. A lot of clouds hanging around here this morning. We may drop another couple of degrees, fluctuate a few notches here and there. Still 10, 15 degrees below normal for low temperatures. And then we'll see more sunshine later on today, 52 at noon, and get up through the mid 50s later on today. And we'll top off at 56. Pretty good breeze out of the northeast, 10 to 20 miles per hour. And we're still going to be 15 degrees below normal for our high temperatures. Same thing tomorrow. And then look at that. Going into the weekend, the normal high is low 70s. We're going to be 20 to almost 25 degrees below normal, especially on Saturday, staying only in the upper 40s, and maybe kind of tough to get out of the 40s even on Sunday. Finally back up to normal readings by the middle portion of next week. Low temperatures will also remain definitely on the chilly side, and then we start to get slightly milder by next week. And this is going to be preceding another front, which looks like it's going to be coming through here sometime on Thanksgiving or late in the day on Thanksgiving. But as of right now, just sneak peek way down the road, it does look like temperatures will be closer to normal readings, which is 70, 50 for the high and the low by next week, by late next week, Thanksgiving. 52 degrees at noon today, partly sunny skies, and a high temperature up to 56. Once again, 15 degrees below where it should be this time of year. Same thing tomorrow. A couple of showers going to be possible tomorrow morning, especially off to the east and to the southeast. Not anything, I don't think we'll see many of them in and around the metropolitan area. And then Friday, A lot of clouds. Front comes through late Friday, early Saturday. That's what helps keep temperatures only in the upper 40s. Like I said, hard pressed to get out of the 40s on Sunday, even a couple of leftover showers there, perhaps one or two of them on Monday. So we stay on the cold side all the way through just the first chunk of next week.
And the beanie and the weenie photo is a good reminder to keep your animals warm.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Bundle them up, keep them inside.
Yes, indeed.
I was like, I can't imagine that little one out there in the 40s.
No. They need warmth too.
Yes.
And
All
the
right.
pet smolder too. So.
Pet smolder.
Everyone's smoldering nowadays. What's happening?
No shave November.
All right, it's 6:50 and 41 degrees.
And can gossip make you sick? Tomorrow on GMSA, why gossiping could be more than just harmless water cooler chatter. What experts say it could actually be doing to your body.
41 degrees. Let's see. Oh, yep, you can see the sun just starting to come out there. With all those clouds also there on our skyline. And if you're about to head out the door, make sure you take your coffee extra hot this morning. Maybe some gloves and a hat. We'll be right back. Well, don't forget our KSAT Community Share the Shoes campaign that's happening right now. You can donate a new pair of shoes or socks to a child in need.
Just take your donation to any of the San Antonio police substations through December 16th. You still have time. This donation drive benefits Zapatos, which works with schools to help kids get the shoes they need.
You can find more information on the KSAT community page on ksat.com.
And coming up today on GMSA at 9, it's one of the most important mariachi music festivals in the world, the Mariachi Extravaganza, taking place this week.
Tiffany Huertas is going to give us a look at what it means to one local student participating in the event and the preparations that are already underway.
That story more coming up today on GMSA at 9.
We're going to check in with Stephen one more time before you head out the door.
Yep, things aren't too bad out there, actually. Now that we're in morning rush, 410 at Ingram, not looking too bad. But notice that some of those lanes, we are seeing some slowdowns, and that's what you can expect if you plan to head out the door in the next few minutes. Check out 410 at Ingram there, closer shot. You can see some of that back-to-back traffic there. Thankfully, no issues to report just yet, but we're going to keep a close eye on things throughout the morning. You can see those slowdowns in the TransGuide cameras. Just make sure anytime you see those flashing lights, move over or slow down.
Lots of clouds out there this morning, and boy, it is definitely on the chilly side. 42 degrees at the airport, 30s heading out in northwest Bexar County in the hill country, and then knock off a few more degrees with the breeze out there. Wind chills are down in the low to mid 30s. 52 at noon, 56 for a high temperature, partly cloudy skies. Still a breeze today. You still want to stay bundled up, and it's going to stay on the cold side through the rest of the week. Maybe a sprinkle tomorrow morning, especially down to the east and southeast. Another front comes through early Saturday, late Friday, early Saturday, and that's going to keep us even colder over the weekend with a couple of showers around here.
Yeah, we'll be prepared this weekend. Cold, cold, cold. Thank you, Mike.
Mike, thank you, Stephen. Thank you. Hey, GMA is next at 7, and we'll be back for GMSA at 9.
Have a good morning.